Everything in this country is so politicized, because of course it is. It's packed here tonight. A lot of people. I should have started filming when I was on the strip to show you, but it's kind of a pain in the ass trying to walk around and film at the same time, because, you know, I have a normal brain and a normal kind of walking rhythm, and so I don't fit in with the masses here. It's real hard. It's real hard to get around. I developed the skill, but filming sometimes when there's too many people is kind of hard. But yeah, everything is has been politicized, and I'm noticing tonight there's a lot less masks on, which is nice, but still plenty, still too many, because as everything is politicized, if you have allegiance to President Poopypants, you have to wear the full face gear and a shield if you have one. The more elaborate your method of poisoning yourself is, the more you're willing to lay down for communism. Unless it's Russian communism, then it's no good. And that gets to what is happening now that I think is interesting. Once this Ukraine thing kicked off, immediately it's politicized. So and again, I can't stress how not on either team I am, and really haven't been most of my life. As I sussed out what it was all about fairly early, and I never went to it, but it's interesting to watch. So it's like the blue team is usually anti-war, and the red team's usually pro-war. But this time out, the blue team's pro-war, and the red team just wants to sit back and watch. Because as I was saying in the last video, certain demographics have been demonized in this country for many years, and now they want that same demographic to get excited to go fight a war for them, which they don't want to do. And people have sensed this, that there's some resistance to go all in for a country that hates you. So of course it's been politicized now along those lines. If you don't want to go to war, you're a white supremacist, Nazi, chud, and there's really nothing more to it. And it's funny. It's funny. But red team is, of course you're going to have your Zionist show guys, which officially the red team is compromise. What the fucking word am I looking for? Not compromise. Yeah, it's been compromised by Zog Chills, you know, the Ben Shapiro type characters. Either party really doesn't speak for the common man, of course, because they both serve the same master and are created by the same people. But looking at it through a lens of like Twitter people, that's kind of where they've drawn the lines. So if you support Poopypants, you gotta go either fight and die for Israel, or at least support people going and fighting and dying for Israel. And if you don't want to go and fight and die for Israel, you're a white supremacist chud, even if you're not white, which is, they were white supremacist chuds anyway. So it's really weird. It's incredibly retarded and just so interesting to watch. Let's move along here. But yeah, you can see that the masking has kind of dropped a little bit, but the people that are still into it are really still into it. You know, they'll side eye you waiting for a light as they suck in the carbon monoxide. There's some places here, like this is the last part of the U.S. Well, I mean, I don't really consider it part of the U.S., but technically it is, I guess, as they do follow some federal laws. But they cherry pick those. The ones that they want to follow, they follow. The ones they don't. But it's the last territory of the United States that still has mandates. of any kind. And I guess we're holding on to the restaurant ones until the 5th of March, and then the indoor ones till the 25th. It's all very confusing. But there are business owners here that are loyal to Poopypants that say they're going to keep them. They're going to keep the Vax pass in place. They're going to still require a message. You're going to have that, you know, because it turns into like a virtue signaling game of who's has the most allegiance to Poopypants, and that's just going to happen. You know, I mean, people are kind of crazy. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but that's how it is. So you have people here that own businesses that are going to still require it. Whatever, it's fine. People will be wearing those things now till the end of time. And those that are farmers will just continue to see it and laugh. And because that's what they do. They don't wear them. The farmers don't wear them. The cattle wear them, you know. And it's meant as a mockery. It's meant to embarrass. I mean, that's what they do. So now they want everyone to ignore this other stuff that's been happening, because it's getting hard to hide now. To hide that information. I mean, there are ambulances here all fucking day long. I've never seen it or heard it like this. I mean, just walking around the house, and my wife's kind of usually oblivious to this type of stuff, and even she's picked up on it. She's like, "What? The ambulances go all day," and they do. It's just all day long, all night long. You know, it's just been a lot of people. There's sort of falling epidemic. People are falling, I guess. There's the onslaught of heart problems, which of all kinds of people, young adults, children. It's just, you know, I think it's global warming that's making it happen, I guess. Heart problems are caused by global warming now. So, you know, makes sense. But they want you to forget all that stuff now because they want you to do war. And the reason we're doing war is because of that. Directly because of that stuff. If you look at what the conflict is supposed to be, and it's completely bullshit, it could have happened any time. I mean, this whole thing, and that comes back to another thing. There are no separate nations. They're all one big family. All of them. These wars and these conflicts between nations are a show for us. There's cooperation between them all. So in light of the stuff going on with the jabber and the CDC saying they can't release that information, it still blows my mind. I think I've talked about it like 5 times, but it's still just funny. And but no one cares, of course. You know, just look. I every day. Well, not anymore. Past couple days, you can't really get a lot of information on people dropping dead like you could before. Every night, I would, you know, look around online and find the stories of the new dead in Waikiki, of people passing out, just all piling up. And now that they've done the bait and switch with war, you can't find any information about that. And unfortunately, I think it is going to work. People are going to kind of forget about it. Almost every space where discussion is had about any of these kind of topics online, no one is talking about the genocide anymore. They're all talking about Putin, and how if you support him, you're a chad, white supremacists. It's just all so tiresome. You know, most rational people just don't care anymore. It's just sit back and watch this all go on. They don't want you to sit back, though. You know, they want you to do something. I mean, for so long, you know, prior to this happening, they're trying to get people to act out, you know, and no one was falling for that bait. That whole movement with the, what do you call that? It's like the Patriot Front, I think it was. Just that complete, like, Fed exercise. They needed someone to act out and go and do the violence thing. And if you do the violence thing, you lose. And I think people are smart enough to know that. So all that stuff that mattered is now on the back burner, and now it's this war thing. Wars are generally just blood sacrifice. It helps to get rid of a lot of people who would otherwise possibly challenge them in the future, as it is them, echo, echo, echo on both sides of the battlefield, as it always is. And yeah, it's not just conspiracy tards like myself. Just average people are kind of seeing this stuff. Or they're seeing it more, anyway. Scales being removed from the eyes. Scales dropping. I feel like I'm spinning my wheels. I think the last 3 videos are just talking about the same stuff. You know, there really hasn't been a lot to talk about, though. You know, I do want to go more into how to do the mental constructs and how to... I think that stuff is way more interesting. The metaphysical stuff. How to use quote-unquote magic. And I'm still running experiments with stuff. I always get stuff running in the background. And I just want to wait until I have things that I can show you that's of interest, you know. And yeah, so that's it. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Thanks for dropping in. Don't blame the teacher, blame the school. Yada, 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 yada.